Test, test, test. We live. Take 2.
Okay, well, the whole reason why we're here is because you're about to hit 17k subscribers on YouTube.
Just blessed. It was so many years where I didn't think this was gonna happen. You know, like so much of my life that I was making music and I had no idea that I was gonna be able to do this for a living. And to make so many of my dreams come true and work with so many amazing people, create so much amazing music. It's ups and downs, but I just feel so blessed to be able to do what I'm doing.
How long have you been producing?
I've been producing for 8 years, I think since 2015 or 2016. The first song I ever made was actually this Hobson remix with like D12, which was this group that Eminem was in. And I heard like a Hobson verse, I was 16, and I really wanted to hear it on this beat, so I downloaded Audacity, which was like the most basic computer program to make music on. And I downloaded an acapella from Hobson and I put it on D12. And that's how it started. And then I downloaded FL Studio, as every 15-year-old does, and I started making trap beats. And then I was lost for many years, like I didn't know what I wanted to make because I wasn't listening to trap anymore. And then 3 years ago is when I started my channel, and only then did I really start making like the vibes that I'm making right now.
Who were your biggest inspirations to start music? I mean, why did you start making music in the first place?
I don't know why I started making music. I think it just happened. It's like one of those things that my dumb 16-year-old self did and that I thank myself for. The reason I started uploading on YouTube though was because for years I was just writing songs, listening to beats on YouTube. And I just seen over the years like how much a lot of these people, like these kids were growing, like, you know, they were making good money and they were getting better, like they were consistent on YouTube, and I could see how much that improved their craft and how much that also just gave them the opportunity to make a living doing this. And after a few years of just sitting on the sidelines, I was like, fuck it, it's my turn, let's jump in. And I didn't know if it was gonna work out. At first, I really didn't think it was gonna work out. At first, I was like posting my YouTube links on like Reddit to get views, and then it got to a point where it just took off on its own, and then I didn't need to do really like anymore. The music just comes out of me. I don't have any secret to find inspiration. Yeah, there's a lot of genres that help me, like a lot of the older stuff, like a lot of the older records that you listen to, like 60s, 70s, whether that's reggae, whether that's West African music, whether that's you know, soul or blues or jazz, like. But we listen to like a lot of world music, and I think world music helps me a lot because it's so diverse, whatever the hell world music even means, right?
I think this is actually a really important topic, and also a topic that will probably resonate with a lot of people. You know, to learn basically any skill, it is advised to copy other artists in the beginning. Of course, you don't sell copied art. But that is one amazing way to learn how to be good at any craft. And I think what really helps is if you don't look at what already exists in the charts and copy that. I think it will help your creativity actually even more if you look at the hidden art forms that haven't seen the light as much yet. So for example, we're talking about African rock, for example, but also Middle Eastern music, even old country songs. I feel like if you diverse your mind, you really help yourself be creative.
No, I agree with you. I think diversity in your inspiration is really important. Another practical tip for me is just I know that whenever I'm creatively blocked, it means I just need to go out and like learn something new. Because for me, creative blockage is like when nothing sounds good. It's just I've overplayed what I know, and I need to go learn a new skill, or I need to go learn a new progression, or I need to go play. Like you just need to give yourself the time to play and learn, and then it just comes back. Like I will put up like a piano tutorial for like 30 minutes, and then by the third minute I've already got this new progression that I can work with, and then a whole new beat can come out of that.
How do you balance what you think is artistic and conceptual with what sells and is commercial?
The things that resonate most with people are usually at the intersection between what has already been done and what's totally new. Like a lot of our favorite artists maybe are like bringing back like a sound from the 70s, for example, or like like reggae or soul sound, and then they're doing it completely new in a modern day context. Like These Sacred Souls, those dudes who are blowing up right now. Krungbin did that in a way with like old Thai funk. it's like the intersection between things. See it as like the world actually needs this. Like there's this thing that people want that they don't have, and I can make that. And it sounds crazy to think that you're going to be able to find that in such a saturated music industry, but then once you're in it for a while, you're making music for a while, you're like, oh, there's so much music that I wish existed that doesn't exist. And then you just make that. And for the most part, most likely it's going to resonate with people. Yeah, and that's how you also find creative identity.
Was there something that you wish that, you know, other producers on YouTube would have told you that you want to tell others right now?
I wish I knew, even though it ended up working out anyways, but I wish I knew like how good things can end up. Like if you have a good YouTube channel, like a lot of very cool artists will find you almost every day. You'll be able to make a very, very comfortable living, like the same levels of living. Not that I'm doing that, but a lot of 20-year-olds are making like 6 figures. And it can really launch you for a career. I guess actually that's one of the things I wish I knew, is like a successful YouTube channel selling beats is not going to be your career. So use it as like a launch point for your career, and then find out how the hell you're going to do this for the next 40 years after your channel dies. That's the main thing. And there's no easy way to answer that. Like you got to find out for yourself, what do you like to do? Do you want to cater to producers? Do you want to sell sample packs? Or do you want to cater to artists and sell custom production? What do you want to have, like a very visible brand, or do you want to be a bit more behind the scenes? Do you want to have a lot of placements and do a lot of cool industry stuff in the background and make money that way? Or do you want to, like, you know, be a YouTuber showing people how to make beats? Like there's so many ways. It's so funny because I feel like I have things to say, and then when people ask me questions, I'm like, I don't know. The reason for that is because there's no like blueprint to get to where you want to get to. Like you kind of have to create your blueprint. If you think of every person that you look up to in this industry, or in general, guaranteed there was nobody like them before. I also want to say, like, I've said this multiple times to you, I don't think it's a coincidence that things only started working out for me once I met you. I feel like you've just been it's impossible to say, like, the support that you've given me on so many levels, inspiration-wise. Actually, all the beats that you've produced with me, all of them have at least 50k views. Nairi gets in the studio and then she's just like Rick Rubining this shit. Like she'll boss me around, she'll tell me this sucks, she'll tell me this is so bad, do something different, until we get to something that is amazing. And you've just been such a huge source of inspiration for me, and I don't know where I would be without you today, and I wanted to thank you for that.
You know, even if only our moms are watching this, hi. I think this will be a great time capsule for the future.